EA Sports. And coming up, it'll be no holds barred between NFC West rivals. It's the Seattle Seahawks and the Arizona Cardinals. All that and more coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Valley of the Sun and State Farm Stadium here in Glendale. Happy to be on hand. I'm Brandon Gaudin with Charles Davis. And before we kick, partner, your keys to the game, please.
Well, my keys are on the defensive side of the ball for both teams. And the big one, making sure you avoid giving up the big play. These safeties are going to get tested all game long. Their job, keep the ball in front of them, tackle people, make them run extra plays in order to try and score.
The kicker, Chad Ryland, has this one teed up. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Seahawks set to go on offense here, and it is the Pro Bowler Geno Smith at quarterback, Charles, in his 12th NFL season.
I still remember back in 2013 when he was drafted out of West Virginia. He was coming off of back-to-back 4,000-yard seasons for the Mountaineers. Hadn't seen as much game time in recent years, but at one point, a capable starter in the NFL.
Smith going to look to throw right away. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It's Zaven Collins who got in there to get the sack. Well, if they have any thoughts of coming in here and getting this road victory, that's not the way to start it out on the first play of the game. Yeah, one thing you always say when you go on the road, take the crowd out of the game. They actually brought the crowd into it by permitting that sack right out of the gate. So a tough early challenge here, 2nd and long after the sack. Throwing now is Geno. This is Fant on the short completion. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 18 on the play. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. They'll try for the first with Walker. And shutting him off, now open field. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Ken Walker, 62 yards. And the Seahawks march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage.
We see this a lot on 3rd and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. So the drive there, they went 80 yards in 3 plays. And it was Ken Walker finishing things off with a touchdown run. Seven 0 is our score, ready for the dynamic kickoff as this one's away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Cardinals offense heading out, and they do so behind Kyler Murray, their dynamic quarterback in his 6th season now from Oklahoma.
And when you have a guy like Kyler Murray under center, it not only opens up your playbook, It allows you to draw up even more plays because he's among the best dual-threat quarterbacks in the league and a true playmaker. If flushed out of the pocket, he might even be more dangerous. The next step for him, being able to throw on rhythm and deliver from the pocket.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. First carry for James Conner. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They stay on the ground. Here's Conner again. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then, you take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
On 1st and 10 is Conner. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And now Murray's going to set up the throw. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Murray giving to Conner on the draw. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Here's Blake Gillikin now. D. Williams deep for Seattle. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their 2nd drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And he's able to get this up just shy of the 15. 74 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
Well, so much for being backed up against their goal line to start the drive. He gave him some breathing room and then some. I think the defense really got caught thinking safety, trying to stack the line of scrimmage. And oftentimes, if you can get past the initial grouping, there's a lot of room to run. The defense actually fortunate that didn't go farther.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And Lockett going to pick up a Seahawks 1st down as he'll get this up across the 30-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Smith and Jigba in motion right. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
To throw is Smith. That's complete to DK Metcalf. Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. DK Metcalf. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf. 69 yards. And the Seahawks have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, and not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they've played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
The extra point now coming from Myers. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it's DK Metcalf who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
And I think we're all starting to wonder with this early deficit, what will that do to their play calling? Do they feel like they have to be more aggressive because they're throwing to start the drive here, but it winds up incomplete?
Now a 2nd and 10. Murray a give. This is Connor. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Harrison. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's 2nd down. They run behind center with Connor. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Right back to Connor here on first. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. 55 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Play fake. Murray. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
To throw, it's Murray. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's countered. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
Back in Arizona, second quarter action. It's the Cardinals in possession. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Here's Murray. And that is incomplete. Devin Witherspoon getting a hand in there that time.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
A 49-yard attempt.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So not exactly the response they were hoping for, but they'll take the 3 to at least get them on the score sheet.
Yeah, now is not the time to panic. All is well, somewhat calm, only down 14-0. So continue to play your game, take the points when they're there, and put the emphasis on your defense to go out and get you the football back.
Back out is the kicker, Ryland, and he'll send this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Seahawks offense and Kenneth Walker set to take over once more. And he's been a tough man to stop in this first half. He's putting up some big numbers already, and we have yet to reach halftime. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
Now Geno has it complete to Jackson Smith and Jigba. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Throwing is Smith. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They bring pressure there on 3rd down, but this is a nice job of picking it up and making sure their guy has time to deliver the football. And they wind up getting the first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Walker. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Zaven Collins there to make the play defensively.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down, because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd down and 5. Geno now to throw. And this a quick slant to Lockett. And Lockett going to pick up a Seahawks first down as he'll be taken down at the 46. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 46. Straight ahead, Walker. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
This is 2nd and 8. From the gun, here's Smith. Throw out wide is incomplete.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Smith. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 24-yard line.
But the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down, that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
When the 4-3 defense is functioning really well, you know who stays what we call clean and no one gets to him? The guy playing the middle linebacker position, the guy we call Mike. That means the defensive front is eating up all the blocks and just let him go to the football and make a play.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Here's Walker. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try the air now with Smith. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. Now a 3rd and goal situation as this Arizona defense tries to stand tall once more. Back to throw, Smith. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Zaven Collins. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
Well, that was an interesting little chess match there because the offense went empty set. No running backs in the backfield, so they're trying to get people out into a route pretty quickly. But guess what? The defense sees that. They go ahead and move themselves into a blitzing situation and come right after the quarterback. They had more guys there than they could block.
Myers' kick is good, and they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that, and this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. James Conner and the Cardinal offense ready to get back to work. And the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out of the backfield and get the ball in his hands in open space. and just don't get totally away from running it, because some of these runs now, they may pop bigger as the game goes along.
Yeah, they've been good with a run so far. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. 61 yards rushing for him now to this point. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4. Murray now to throw. That pass completed to Dortch. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Murray now. Over the middle, complete. It's Harrison. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Now a 2nd and 2. To throw is Murray. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
Facing 2nd and short, that gives you a chance to go for a bigger play through the air. But I think he said to himself, why don't I just handle this one? Got all the yards he needed and then some, and made that snap a huge success.
Now Murray. He's got McBride here over the middle. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. This is 1st and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Connor diving for the end zone, and he'll get there. Touchdown.
You think about James Conner down near the goal line, and you think about the 2021 season with his 15 touchdown runs. He believes he's as good as anybody down close, and he powers his way in here.
Chad Ryland now to add the PAT. And it's up through the goalposts. It's 17-10. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it was a touchdown run by James Conner that was the exclamation mark. So after the field goal, Ryland back out as he'll send this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Seahawks offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big hole after big hole to run through in this first half. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Smith. Catch is made by Metcalf. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf, as the first half is winding down. And the Seahawks will extend their lead here just before halftime. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Now Myers for the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Here's James Conner now as he trots back onto the field. They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not through any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, you would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen and put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Charles, if they can play complementary football and get that passing game going as well. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. Here's Murray. A short one here, caught by McBride. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Out of the gun, here's Murray. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
2nd and 10. Murray gonna throw. And that'll be incomplete. So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in front. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report.
It was a strong first half for the former Spartan, Kenneth Walker. He's already over 100 yards rushing for the game and has a touchdown run as well. The highlights are fairly one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference here at the break, but I wouldn't call this one over just yet. I think there could still be some fireworks yet to come.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Cardinals ready to go here to start the 3rd quarter. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. Two-score game start of the third quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives. Try and slow things down a little bit.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
In motion is Dortch. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. On the draw, Connor. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The visitors' offense and Geno Smith headed back out for this next possession. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Here's Walker to start the drive. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
2nd down and 3. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Throwing now is Geno. That's DK Metcalf running the slant. He's got it. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 128 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you know they had a 3rd down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
Back to Walker on 1st down. There's a nice move. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Well, partner, I have to say they caught him in the right defense there. Nickel set, fifth defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. They're going right back to Walker. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Kenneth Walker with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
They start the drive with Connor. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. You know, I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
24 yards to gain there, another first down as well.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon, and that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Again, a run with Connor. They'll get this down to the 21, just on the edge of the red zone.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
And now Murray's going to set up the throw. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Throwing now is Murray. That is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Oh, nice job there putting the ball right in the doorstep of the goal line. Couldn't quite get in to pay dirt, but he got awfully close.
Let's see if they can cash it in over the next couple of plays.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Escaping the... And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Kyler Murray, a touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Cardinals are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Hey, you're down on the scoreboard, but now your offense is in close, and this is where, as a quarterback, you say, I've got to make a play here. Doesn't matter whether it's a pinpoint throw or a scramble like this one. He takes matters into his own hands and delivers a touchdown run.
Ryland on for the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14. A drive that time of 6 plays. And the play that polished it off was the touchdown run by Kyler Murray. Ryland now following the touchdown, back out to kick it away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The visitors' offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And as we roll through some of the highlights, we see how crucial he's been to their success in this one. When he's in this type of a groove and his offensive linemen are creating running lanes for him, he can really put on a show, and he's done so here. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
Phoenix, Arizona is the spot. Glad to have you along for the ride. 3rd quarter action and a 2nd and 10 upcoming. He finds Smith and Jigba. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Here's 3rd and 9. A shotgun snap for Smith. He completes this to Walker. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. On the return, Dortch. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9. Shotgun now for Murray. He completes it to Jones. So the completion good for just 3. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's Cardinal football, but they trail here as we get set to bring you the 4th and final quarter. Here's Murray. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? To throw, it's Murray. Over the middle, he'll get it to Harrison. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd down and a yard. Throwing again, Murray. Out route, he finds his man. It's Jones. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. They'll look to throw again. A short one here, caught by McBride. He's brought down in the red zone at the 18 after a gain of 18. 1st and 10.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll fake it to Connor. Now Murray. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Ineligible receiver downfield.
Down in this one, they needed that score, but they'll have to hold at least for the time being.
You're exactly right. Points that they had to have. As you said, they have to regroup now and see if they can get them another way.
A give running right is Connor. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 13 yards there, offset some of the penalty yardage as it's 2nd down. That was huge after being behind the chains on 1st down to make this 2nd very manageable.
Yeah, how much pride do you have in an offense on 1st down to get that kind of yardage? Because it actually opens up your playbook on 2nd down. You can run it, you can throw it, you keep a defense off balance. I like that phrase, staying ahead of the chains, and they're doing exactly that.
And the Cardinals are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. It's a nice run there, gets them down to the 6-yard line. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the 1st down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance.
And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. James Conner, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cards have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Nice execution there. Good job by the O-line getting him in for the 2nd time.
And you always have to start with credit there when you're having a big game. I mean, you don't get there by yourself. That's rare. But how about the ability to see the proper holes, pick the proper place to go, and find his way into the end zone?
Now Ryland for the PAT. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it was a touchdown run by James Conner that was the exclamation mark.
Chad Ryland.
Back out is the kicker, Ryland, and he'll send this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. So now out comes this offense led by their quarterback as they take over once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes the right read seemingly every time. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. This game has really flipped on its head. 2 unanswered touchdowns by the other side, and now they take over here with just a very slim one-score lead.
And we've seen this how many times now? Teams get a big lead, they go into coast mode, and all of a sudden they're scrambling and battling for a win down the stretch. They've got to put something together right here, otherwise they're in danger of doing the old snatching defeat from the jaws of victory.
To throw is Smith. Throw out wide to Walker. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on, because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
And this a quick slant to Lockett. And Lockett going to pick up a Seahawks first down as he's going to get this down to the 45-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. To the right side, this is Walker. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Now Smith. Targeting the out route, and he completes this to Metcalf. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to perhaps salt this one away. And that is no good. Hit it well from distance, but he couldn't work it back in, and this will remain a 1-touchdown game. Things just got interesting. They tried for the long field goal there to salt this one away. They don't get it, and now a little time for the other guys to mount a late drive.
Well, they thought their kicker would put it through the post and finish this one off. I'm sure they discussed pooch punting it and letting their defense take over. Well, the defense now has to make it stand up, but they didn't get the best field position because the ball comes back to the line of scrimmage.
This is 1st and 10. Now Murray.